Welcome to Houston Real Estate Radio. I'm your host, Shannon Register, and every week we bring you news and information you can use on your next real estate transaction. Today we're taking a little bit of a different spin on things. We're talking about women in leadership, something that is near and dear to my heart. I think there are a lot of amazing women-owned companies out there. I think that there are a lot of amazing women in leadership, and I'm going to share some of those great women with you today. We've got an exciting program for you. If you miss any of today's show, remember you can go to HoustonRealEstateRadio.com and see all the shows online in video. So if you miss it, if you're driving in the car and you miss any of it, you can always catch it online. And we also like to post some of our videos on Facebook as well. So if you're not a friend of the show, go on and like us on Facebook at Houston Real Estate Radio. So we're talking about women in leadership positions. And, you know, there are a lot of ways that women lead in our community. One is, of course, by owning companies. We're also going to be talking about organizations that have women in leadership. Cindy Reddy, who is the national president for the Women's Council of Realtors, is going to be coming on the show later today. And Susan Rupka, she is the president for the Women's Contractor Association. And I tell you, those women who are in business, who are builders, who are remodelers, who own plumbing companies and electricians, they're electricians, and they own heating and air conditioning companies. Those are some tough women out there in leadership positions, and my hat's off to them. Also, we're going to bring you some leaders from the political realm. Debbie Riddle's going to be joining the show to talk about how women can get more involved in politics through leadership. And then, of course, you know, the one that we're not going to have on because we're not close to any military post here in Houston. But, you know, also want to certainly hats off to all the women in the military who are great leaders. You've probably heard that we've had now 3 women who graduated from Ranger School, which is quite a challenge. So that's exciting. We also, of course, have women running in the presidential race. So it's exciting that we have so many women in leadership and that we've come so far with making women and men so equal in the workplace, so equal in organizations, and just able to do so many things with law enforcement. And it's just so exciting. So we're talking about women in leadership today. And I have a very special guest today. Cathy Landry is here. She's the executive director for the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Program. Welcome to the show, Cathy.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, you know, I've been in your classroom a lot because I went through the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Program. So I was in your classroom and in the HCC facilities a lot. And this is the first time you've been at my company in our facility.
Yes,
so it's exciting to have you here.
Very much. I enjoy being here and would love to see more of the business and be a part of it here.
So, Cathy, you are the executive director for the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Program. It's a wonderful program that really helps small businesses figure out how to grow, and you enable them by educating them, by helping them find financial resources and other support that they're going to need so that they can grow and bring on more employees and give back more to the community and really do more and really take their model and project it forward and be able to really just do more in the community, help more families by having more employees. I mean, what you guys offer is a great program. Tell us a little bit about the Goldman Sachs program.
Okay. First thing I'm going to tell you, Shannon, is you did a great job explaining it right there. It is a program that supports small businesses that have been in business for a while, maybe 2 years or more, but they've found a place where they may be stagnated. They may need support in growing to the next level. So this program helps walk them through all the pieces of the of operating a business. You know, finances, looking for funding, employees, being a leader, all of those things that really impact taking the business to the next level.
You know, I think it's a really neat program. It's very different from an MBA program. Talk to our listeners who aren't familiar with this program about the difference, because there may be some listeners out there who were like me and thought, okay, at some point I've got to step back enough from my company to be able to go back and get my MBA. Right. And then I learned about the Goldman Sachs program and thought, you know, I don't have to step back from my company. I can get what I need through this Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Program without doing a 2-year executive MBA program. And it's more focused on entrepreneurs than the executive MBA program would be. So tell us a little bit about the difference between the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Program and an executive MBA program.
Okay. I can see where people can compare because it is an intensive level of education, but it is different. The executive MBA is focused on theory and carries over 2 years typically. The Goldman Sachs program is very hands-on practical training, and it's done in 13 to 15 weeks, 1 or 2 days a week. So it's very intense. We focus on a specific subject for each module, and that module allows you to learn things that you can take and put into practice as soon as you go back to work. So it's not so much theory-based, but very practical, hands-on, and lots of peer learning. Business owners have a way of sharing information with each other that really helps another person. You've been in some situations that another business owner has not, and can use the guidance that you provide them. So that sharing is a huge part of the program.
I love that you are in the program with other business owners. And so for me, it wasn't other real estate brokerages, it was other types of business, other types of companies. And it's amazing how you all have the same problems.
Yes.
And, and you can all learn and handle these problems to make your strategic growth plan work. It's really neat. And it was a great experience for me. I know that the program has helped a lot of companies. It started out, not this program, but Goldman Sachs originally wanted to help women-owned businesses throughout the world, right? Tell me a little bit about that and how this program mirrors that.
Okay. Goldman Sachs started the 10,000 Women program, where they brought education and training for small business owners, women, in countries that didn't have that type of education. Very
a lot of
local,
third world
rural women,
countries.
Yes, women that were wanting to start businesses. So they developed and designed a program using Babson College as the curriculum developer, and I believe they also used Wharton College to develop the curriculum that would help these women grow their businesses. The Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business is a mirror program, very similar to that one.
Okay. So men and women who own businesses that have been, small businesses that have been in business for over 2 years, they can apply for this program if they want to.
Correct. We look for business owners who have been there for a while and know their business. We look at 150,000 or more in revenue, on up to several million easily, 4 or more employees, and a passion to grow.
Yeah,
I definitely want that.
You actually, when you graduate the program, you actually have a whole growth plan to then go put in action.
Correct.
Which is exciting.
Correct. And it's a little different than a business plan. A business plan focuses on funding. A growth plan really puts in writing for you that vision you have for growth and how to get there.
I love it. All right, let's give out the website. If people are interested in applying for the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Program, how can they apply for that?
We provide the program through a grant, and it's offered through Houston Community College. The website is www.hccs.edu/10KSB.
And this program is completely free to applicants that get entered into the program.
That's correct. It's all funded, so those that are selected to come into the program do not have to pay anything.
They do have to go through an interview process, and they have a lengthy application process.
Yes.
Been there, done that.
But we're there to help, and anything that we can do to help somebody go through that process, make it a little easier on them, then we want to do that. It's based on also the validity of that company and how well different companies come together in a cohort, in a selected group.
And you have quite an alumni group now in Houston. How many graduates do you have?
At the end of this year, we'll have over 400 graduates, which is a huge network of businesses to work together.
And this program's throughout the country, right?
That's correct. 12 locations, as well as a national online program. So anybody in the United States is capable of applying.
And you guys, you guys have a great program through the Houston Community College campuses where you have your classes, and you have great alumni events.
Yes.
So there's still a lot of networking even after you graduate.
That's correct. That's correct. It's a very powerful program for those business owners who think that they're in this by themselves when they are not.
Yeah.
We are there to help, and the business owners work so well together.
Well, we appreciate you coming on the show. If you're thinking about applying for the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Program, you can go to hccs.edu/10KSB. be. We'll be right back here on Houston Real Estate Radio.